next one, let's study about the changes that is occurring within the nucleus of this alpha, beta and gamma rays or emission. Okay, so as you already know, the radioactive substances, right? So these are unstable. So these are basically unstable, and the nucleus, as it is unstable, it will lose energy by the emission of alpha, beta and gamma rays. So this phenomenon is called as the nuclear change, or as we cannot identify or predict which nucleus among these atoms or these substances has undergone, it is called as a random phenomenon. It is called as a random phenomenon. Okay, so you know these are the three emissions, correct? So when it comes to alpha and beta, so there is a change in number of neutrons and protons. So there is a change in number of neutrons and protons for both alpha and beta. But what about gamma? So gamma, there won't be any change in these number of neutrons or protons, but there will be a change in the energy. Okay, there will be a change in the energy of the nucleus. So energy in the nucleus. Okay, now let's first study the alpha emission. Okay, alpha emission. So as you know, for alpha emission, one of the important condition is number of neutrons should be more than number of protons in the nucleus. Okay, so in the unstable nucleus, correct? So because of this, they emit 2 protons plus 2 neutrons. Okay, so these are basically these 2 protons and these 2 neutrons, they are bound tightly, and this is called as the alpha particle. Okay, so stream of alpha particle, okay, all alpha particles together, okay, they form the alpha rays. So when all the particles are together, they form the rays called as the alpha rays. Okay, now let's see, okay, with the help of a reaction here. So this is the element, okay, A is the mass number, Z is the atomic number. Okay, so this will result in the alpha particle. So as you already know, alpha particle is He42, correct? So this is the alpha particle, correct? So along with this, okay, another daughter nucleus will be released or emitted. Daughter nucleus, it will be emitted. That we will take it as Y. Okay, so Y will be A minus 4 and Z minus 2. Okay, an example for this is uranium 23892. Okay, so this will give thorium 23490. So from this 4 is removed and from this 2 is removed. So along with this helium, that is the alpha particle, is given. Okay, now next one is the beta emission. So as you already know, number of neutrons should be more than that of protons. Okay, so these are nothing but these are the high speed electrons. Okay, these are the high speed electron. And one other thing or condition here is a neutron, it will be converted to a proton. Okay, so this is one of the additional thing which you don't know. Okay, so neutrons here, okay, so this will be converted to proton. Along with this, a beta particle, that is E0 minus 1. So mass is 0 and charge is 1. So that is nothing but the beta particle. Okay, so there is an assumption that, okay, it's still an assumption that this neutron, okay, will give proton plus electron, which is a beta particle. Along with this, it will give the anti-neutrino. So this is called as anti-neutrino. Okay, so still there is no confirmation of this, but still it is just a assumption. Okay, so what are the changes that are occurring? Okay, so as you know, number of nucleons, okay, so number of nucleons, that will be same. Okay, number of nucleons will be same, but here number of neutrons, it will decrease by 1 and proton will increase by 1. Okay, so this will change to proton, right? So proton will decrease by 1 and neutron will decrease by 1 and proton is produced. So because of that, there is an increase in 1. Okay, and here, as you already know, number of nucleons, that is nothing but the mass number, it remains the same, correct? It remains the same, but there is an increase in proton, correct? So because of which there is an increase in, or there is a change in the atomic number. Okay, so this change, it will result in another element. It will result in the formation of another element, which is one place higher in the periodic table. It is one place higher in the periodic table. Okay, so hence this is called as isobar. Okay, one place higher in the periodic table, hence it is called as the isobar. Okay, let's see with the help of a chemical reaction. So if P is an element with A as mass number and Z as atomic number, so it will give a daughter nuclei, which we will consider it as Q, with mass number the same, but the atomic number, it is increased by 1. So that means E0 minus 1, which is a beta particle, is produced. Okay, the example for this is carbon 14(6), that will give nitrogen 14(7) with the emission of the beta particle. Now the next one is the alpha rays or alpha emission. So this is followed by alpha and beta emission. Okay, so gamma rays is followed by the alpha and beta emission. So this gamma rays, it occurs only when the parent nuclei, okay, or the parent nucleus is in the excited state. It is in the excited state. That means it is having high amount of energy. It is having high amount of energy. Okay, it occurs in the parent nuclei, which is in the excited state, that is having excess of energy or high amount of energy. So when it is in the excited state, it releases the radiation called as the electromagnetic radiations. It releases the radiation called as the electromagnetic radiation, which is nothing but the gamma radiation, or it is called as the gamma rays. Okay, so there are also some conditions here. Okay, so there is no charge for this, correct? They do not get deviated to either of the electrical field or the magnetic field. They have no mass. Okay, so number of neutrons and protons, they remain same. There is no changes in neutrons or protons. That means here they doesn't undergo any kind of decay. Okay, so there won't be any kind of nucleus that is getting decayed. Okay, hence as number of neutrons and protons, they are same, mass number and atomic number, they are also same. Okay, now let's consider an element with the excited state. So X is an element. Here the star indicates that it is in the excited state with the atomic number Z and mass number A. Okay, so this will again give a daughter nuclei. That is nothing but only the energy is lost here, that comes in the form of the gamma rays or the electromagnetic radiations. Okay, so the star means it is in the excited state. So there is a loss of energy giving this daughter nuclei, and the gamma radiations are emitted. Okay, so one thing you have to remember is, always any decay or radioactive decay occurring, those will be single. Okay, so it is always a single radioactive decay. That means alpha, okay, either alpha or beta emissions will occur. Okay, along with this alpha, it can be accompanied by the gamma radiations, or beta can be accompanied with the gamma radiations. So either alpha emission will occur, or beta emission will occur, or gamma emission will occur. But sometimes the gamma radiations, okay, accompanies the alpha radiations or the beta radiations. Hence, it is a single radioactive decay.